Hello, my name is Kevin Considine. I'm the director of the Robert J. Schreider Institute for Precious Blood Spirituality and assistant professor in systematic theology at Catholic Theological Union. God's glory is the human person fully alive. Now that is a famous saying from St. Irenaeus of Lyon from the 2nd century. It means that everything that it is to be human is a gift from God, and that God takes joy in our very humanity. The frailty, the vulnerability, the ambiguity, and the imperfection of being human. These are not unfortunate byproducts of original sin, but rather gifts from God imbued in the very fashioning of us as God's beloved sons and daughters. We grow, we make mistakes, we learn, we seek repair, and to make a more just, more beautiful, and more humane social order that can be in tune with our ecological home. This is Christian humanism. And this is the vision of the human person offered in Pope Leo's encyclical Magnifica Humanitas. As Dorothy Day, a kindred spirit in faith for both Pope Francis and Pope Leo pointed out, we cannot live alone. We cannot go to heaven alone. Otherwise, God will say to us, where are all the others? The goal is a Christian humanism where we fully acknowledge and fully embrace our needs and responsibilities for relationships and for one another. Now, new technologies usually spark renewed thinking about the human person. In this way, artificial intelligence represents a change in eras and a radically new context for being authentically human in the way offered by Jesus. AI has developed quickly. It already is part of the tools for daily life. And we don't know what we don't know about its effects. What we do know is that AI is not morally neutral, and it is neither the salvation nor the destruction of humankind. It is a new complexity shaping the global common good, whose effects are not yet fully understood. So, the Pope's main concern here is with the protection and promotion of human dignity in a global context that is rapidly changing and that is full of gross inequalities. Leo continues to develop Francis's understanding of the human person from Fratelli Tutti as inherently social and relational. And as such, one should carry God's own image. And here, I point you to paragraphs 118 and 119, and please allow me to quote these at length. He writes, quote, our relationship with life seems to be in crisis today. Everything that appears as a limit, incapacity, illness, old age, suffering, vulnerability, tends to be seen primarily as a defect to be corrected, rather than as a reality through which our humanity matures and opens itself to relationship. And yet we must remember that humanity flourishes not despite limitations, but often through them. It is precisely within our limitations that the following find a place: compassion, as well as a sincere concern for the needs of others, a generosity that can emerge even in the midst of darkness and failure, spiritual experience in the worship of God. We see this at many moments when our limits become tangible, when we face rejection, when we suffer the illness or loss of a loved one, when we encounter our own weakness or failure. Mysteriously, it is precisely in such moments that we can discover a new wisdom, tangibly experience the closeness of others, and encounter the presence of the Lord, unquote. So Leo's heart here is clear. Humankind is not a project to be perfected by AI once and for all, or to be replaced by AI. Our vulnerability is not a problem to be fixed, but a strength to be fostered. Our frailty is not a disease from original sin, but rather a good that orients us for building healthy and meaningful relationships with others. God's glory is the human person fully alive. Pope Leo, an Augustinian, reminds us that St. Augustine is as much a Christian humanist as St. Irenaeus of Lyon, as are so many women and men in our long tradition. As we adapt to a world that is changing faster than many of us can keep up, Let us all heed the heart of Pope Leo. Being human is good. Yes, there is original sin, but an original goodness and grace precedes that and continues to be alive within us, among us, and holding us together as communities. Let us choose to be fully human in all of its messiness, all of its ambiguity, and all of its limitations. For it is there, Leo reminds us, we encounter ourselves in communion with God, each other, and all of creation.